This session will be on structuring your classroom website. With a classroom website, it will have several pages attached to them. Before you begin creating your website, you need to actually structure it. You need to lay things down so you can see what you want to actually put on it. You don't want to just go to a yola.com or a teachersweb.com and start working on your website. You actually need to sit down and think about what all goes into the structure of your website. The main components of your website are your home page, your student page, parent page, teacher page. Within the teacher page, you have a teaching philosophy, and then you want to have some type of resources that other teachers or your students can go to. With your home page, this is your very first page that all visitors will come to, so that needs to be geared to just expressing what type of class you're in, whether it be a health class in secondary school, whether it be an elementary class. So I would say Miss Clifton's health education classroom. But whatever your home page is, you need to sit down and you need to think about what I'm going to put on my page before you actually begin. The second part is the student page. Your student page is just what that is geared for your students. Your students, when they come and click on your home page or type in your URL for your home page, and then when they click on student page, what do you want to have on that page? What components do you want to have to reach out to the students? Whether it be showing them homework, whether it be showing them projects, whether if you have upcoming field trips and you want to list those field trips, you want to list resources for your students, whether it be blogs, wikis, web quests, all of that, anything that's geared for your students will be on your student page. Another component of your classroom website will be a parent page. Your parent page is things that your parents will need to see. For instance, I have in my health education class, there's a portion of my class called Family Life and Human Sexuality. Well, my parents of my students need to sign a permission slip in order for the child to stay in my class. So on my parent page, I would have this permission slip linked onto the page so they can be able to print it out, sign it, and send it back with their child just in case their child forgets it. Also, if you have upcoming activities, whether it be the school calendar, however you need to communicate and reach out to your parents, that's what you'll put on that page. You might want to have a contact information for you for the parents to click on. I know with PG County Public Schools, we have parent portal, so you might want to have a link for the parents to click on parent portal so they can view their child's grades, and that could be a component of that parent page. The next page, one of the main important pages, will be the teacher page, and that will be explaining who you are, maybe how long you've been teaching, maybe where you graduated from. You might want to have a goal as a teacher on that page, or your mission as a teacher on that page. And for the teacher philosophy page, it could either be linked to the teacher page or it could be a separate page within your website. Your teaching philosophy needs to, well, first of all, as a teacher, you should have a philosophy. Before you start teaching, you need to have a philosophy that determines who you are, why you teach. Sometimes we have teachers out here who are just teaching just to get a paycheck. But when you have those teachers who have wholeheartedly put in all of their might, all their mission is to teach. And for my motto, failure is not an option. I want my students to achieve, and that is part of my teaching philosophy. But on this page, you want to pour out why, what it is about you. What is your philosophy to teaching? And that page, that could be on your parent page, that could be within your teacher's page, but that's something that's very important that you should have on your page is your teaching philosophy. Another component of the classroom website is a resource page. This can be for other teachers. This can be for your students. This could be for your parents. Again, with me teaching health, I might have links to the CDC. I might have links to kidshealth.org, all for my students or my parents. If they need any information on health education or just health overall, I want them to be able to go to those sites. Whatever websites you as a teacher use as resources, you might want to link that to the page. I know a website called www.superteacherworksheets.com. That's a good resource for parents to do extra work at home with their students or with their children. So those are the type of things that you will put on your resource page. The whole thing is important for you to map it out. Don't rush and get on School Notes or Yola or TeacherWeb and start creating anything. It is very important for you to sit down and map out what you want on this page. What is your overall goal for this website? So you want to write it down. Just like with anything, myself, I like to write out whatever I'm doing. As far as, say I have a paper, I want to write it out first before I start typing it. I might not write the whole thing out, but I write most of it out. And that's just very important. You want to map out what you're doing. And then you put it all together. Like I said, even if you don't put the whole plan on paper, you need to start off on paper and map out what you want to do to pull together your whole classroom website. This is a very important component. So again, your components of your website are homepage, student page, parent page, teacher page, teaching philosophy, and resources. These are the components of your page, and you can add various things within that page, within those pages, to make it all come together. So this can be a very good tool to communicate with your teachers, with other teachers, with students, with your parents. And that is structuring the classroom website.